Being in Bali for 1 year and a half, the digital nomad hub in the world, I realized a pattern among the wannabe digital nomad that just arrived on the island that leads them to fail. They quit the job, they sold everything, they flew to the other side of the world to chase a dream, which is awesome, don't get me wrong. But they arrive all with the same question. Where can I get a remote job? This question might be the start of everything, or the reason why after just a few months people end up broke without reaching the dream. And unfortunately, the second option is the most common. Today I want to dive deep into the most critical aspect about starting a digital nomad journey, giving you some tips and the reason why you should not skip this. And this is building a remote skill set. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Sara and here we talk about digital nomad life and full-time traveling. So if you are interested in this topic, make sure to subscribe to my channel and let's keep moving on with the video. First of all, what's a remote skill set? Well, basically it's the secret sauce of every digital nomad. It's their expertise, their technical skill set, and actually what they are good at in the online world. It can be writing blogs, it can be creating websites for clients, or being a video editor or a social media manager. I mean, I could spend the whole day showing you the various ways of how digital nomads work online. The fact is that you have to find your own way of doing that. And here is when the things get tricky. The problem is, for instance, going back to the Bali wannabe digital nomad, is that they think that they don't need any skills to start with, or worse, they don't even consider that they need one. Don't get me wrong, out there are some online jobs that doesn't require any previous experience. But the fact is that there are just few, and secondly, there are so many people that want to become digital nomads, so I will say that the area is pretty saturated. And usually those jobs are not really well paid and they won't really sustain the type of lifestyle if you also want to travel. So it's better to consolidate a proper remote work skill set. So let's explore 5 ways to discover/develop your remote skill set. The first thing to do is to sit down and write on a piece of paper what are your interests and what you are good at. And if you have no idea, don't worry at all, I started there too. I was like, okay, I like to travel, I'm quite good in photography and I like to read books, but like, how can this describe my future? And in fact it didn't, but it was a great exercise for me to start to conceptualize in my mind what I'm quite good at or which kind of direction I could potentially go, and just having them written down and not only floating inside my thoughts in my mind. Another way would be to ask to our closer friends and family, because we often are very critical towards ourselves. We would be like, oh yeah, I'm not quite good in that, or I don't know what I like. But our friends and family could be more like, hey, I often see you doing that or that, or like, oh, I always thought that you were pretty good in XYZ. So it's better to have also the perspective or point of view of someone outside of us. Sometimes it might happen that you simply don't know which type of option you have in terms of what you may like or what you're good at. You can also check out on internet and maybe you will find a list that will tell you what usually people are good at, and you will be like, oh, actually yeah, I'm quite good in that things that you have never maybe thought before. Just check around the internet, ask your friends and family, and be okay with yourself writing down what you're good at and what you like. The second thing is to join digital nomad Facebook groups or forums or blogs in order to find more inspiration to start your journey. When I started out, I have no idea where to start, and I noticed that there are so many Facebook groups of digital nomad that were already doing what I always wanted to do. I just didn't know how. And I found so much inspiration, so many people that give me their advice, their tips and tricks. And I'm still in those groups today because it's like a learning curve. You keep learning about yourself and what you could do better. And also it's a great place to understand which type of jobs are out there for digital nomads. I will leave my favorite digital nomad Facebook group down in the link in the description. Once you understand a little bit what you might like and you find some inspiration towards group, you can start dive yourself into some online courses. There are so many online courses out there, and usually I use the Skillshare, which is a platform that you pay a monthly fees and you can attend to various courses, or Udemy, which basically you pay courses by courses. And the cool thing is that most of them are super affordable. I remember that 6 years ago I took my very first social media course and I think I paid like $20, and I literally learned all the basic to start to work on socials. In fact, I want to break down a misbelief, which is the fact that you don't need necessarily to attend university to become a digital nomad. Actually, most of digital nomad even didn't go to university, like me included. Or there are people like Ryan, for instance, that he studied something at the university and then he embraced the digital nomad journey towards a work completely different from what he studied. So you can basically study almost everything you want online. And the fact is that the practice and knowledge aren't the same. And for this reason, the next point is very important, which is start to practice those skills yourself. Remember that you don't need a client to start to practice what you are learning on those online courses. If, for instance, you are taking a copywriting course, don't wait for someone to hire you to write. Start to write on something that you like. You start to actually use those skills yourself. Or if you want to become a social media manager, start to try yourself to grow your Instagram platform or create content for TikTok or YouTube. Or if you're learning the basic of video editing, download a software like DaVinci or Final Cut Pro and start to edit your own videos. Make yourself your very first client and build a portfolio around it. You can even ask your friend or family or people that know people if they need your services in order to start with. Because you can for sure find clients online, but something I realized is that the word of mouth is still one of the powerful methods to find clients. And number 5, download my free digital nomad guide where I share the 3 main types of digital nomads. When I started my digital nomad journey, I just knew a digital nomad was someone that was working on laptop and traveling the world, and I just knew that I want to have that life, but I didn't know anything else. So basically this free guide has been written to give you a clarity about the type of digital nomad out there, which are freelancer, remote worker and entrepreneur. In this guide I will cover all these 3 main points and I will help you decide which one is better fit for you. I hope this will help you start, discover and develop a remote skills that you like and start to embrace the digital nomad lifestyle. Let me know in the comment if you have any question or what do you want me to cover next time, and if you like this video remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you next weekend with another video. Bye bye!